Welcome to Chili con Chili. Oh, I am so glad you joined me today on Chili con Chili. Oh my God, you're gonna love Chili con Chili tonight. Oh my God, you know, this is incredible. This Chili con Chili is gonna be one of the best Chili con Chili. The Chili con Chili has been going on now for exactly 17 years. And in those 17 years, I promise you, this is going to be the best Chili con Chili you have ever seen in your life. Oh, let's get started. Oh my God, I don't even know where to start. This recipe, without a doubt, will be the best recipe. In the 17 years that we've been around, this is going to be the best recipe ever and the best Chili con Chili because we have a live taster. Oh, I love it, a live taster. Oh my God, this is going to be so much fun, so exciting. Oh my God, let's get started. I know you're dying to find out what we're cooking. Listen to that Tejano music. Oh, who doesn't love Tejano music? Listen to that. Oh my God, makes me want to dance. Listen to that. Oh, it's so good. Who's that singing? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's Tejano music. That's all that matters. God bless you. Chili con chili. Let's start cooking. What are we cooking today? Today we're cooking pasta de champiñones con queso de cabra. Oh, I love it. What does that mean? I don't know. Yes, I do. It's mushroom pasta with goat cheese. Oh my God. It does not get any better than that. So what I have over here is I've got some boiling water and I'm going to drop my pasta in it, but I'm just going to put a lot of salt in there. I mean a lot of salt. The reason you want to use a lot of salt, of course, if you're a chef, you would know that. You put a lot of salt in there, and that way it makes the pasta taste salty. God bless you, Chili con Chili. Genius, genius. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop about half of this box. So I'd say probably about 8 ounces. I think I'm going to go 10 ounces. I feel real crazy tonight. I'm going to put about 10 ounces of this great pasta. And you're asking, what kind of pasta? Farfalle. Ah, I love that farfalle. You cannot go wrong with it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in this. The best thing about this is okay, that's good. That's probably way more than we need, but it's all good. We're going to get that going. And so while that's going, hold on one second. I just need to get a spoon. I'm going to, hold on one second. If I can find a spoon, I'm going to bingo! So we're going to get started. Our pasta is boiling. It's only going to take about 8 minutes. So while that's going on, I'm going to get this going on. I'm going to get the whole mushroom thing going on. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to split it up a little bit. I'm going to put just a dash of olive oil, and then I'm just going to put a tablespoon of butter. I'm going to cut off a tablespoon. And you're asking why? That way it tastes oily and buttery. God bless you, Chili con Chili. We're going to drop that on there. Boom. We're going to go ahead and get that going, and once that melted, it'll just take just a second, the oil and the butter. Once that melts, I'm going to drop these, and I got a ton of these mushrooms, and these are great. These are shiitake mushrooms. You cannot go wrong with the shiitake mushrooms. They're kind of like a beefy mushroom. If you don't like mushrooms, you're not going to like this dish, but it's okay. Watch this anyway. This is a great dish. Oh my God, it is so good. Who doesn't love pasta, and who doesn't love mushrooms? It's just wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and stir my pasta. I'm going to stir my butter and my oil. I'm going to get that going. Let's see here. We'll put it up a little bit higher. Get that going. And then I'm going to go ahead and drop my mushrooms. You're asking how many mushrooms we're going to drop in? I'm going to drop in about 15 ounces of mushrooms. We're going to put that in. We're going to go ahead and put that in. And we're going to just mix those around a little bit. They're just going to have to cook for a little bit, not too long, probably about 5 minutes just to get them all browned up a little bit. And then we're going to start adding all the good stuff in here. While that's doing, I'm going to go ahead and keep moving this around, move the pasta around, move the mushrooms around. So we're going to get this going. We got to get those things to brown. While those are browning, the next thing I'm going to put in there is I'm going to add some garlic and some scallions. And you're asking, what is a scallion? A scallion is a horse, like the show horse. If you see those scallions, God bless you, Chili con Chili. No, they're just fancy words for onions cut up. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these onions up. And not a bunch of them. This is really for flavor more than anything. I'm going to set that aside. And then I have my minced garlic. I'm going to put a couple more in there like scallions. And then I'm going to take a jalapeno, and I'm going to chop up the jalapeno in small pieces and put it with the mushroom. And this is just for heat and it's just give it a little bit of spice. It's not a whole lot, so people always freak out. But the show is called Chili con Chili. Oh, so we gotta put a chili in everything we make. That's the whole idea. So anyway, so I'm gonna cut this up. These fresh jalapenos. And you're asking me, why use jalapenos? Because they're cheap. I got 4 for $1. Can't go wrong with that. Anyway, I'm gonna cut these up. And you're asking, you take the seeds out? No. Leave the seeds in. Don't ever take the seeds out of a jalapeno. It does not make any sense at all. So I'm going to go ahead and take that in there. I'm going to mix that in there. And once again, it's not enough to make a bit of difference. All it's going to do is add just a little bit of heat to this recipe. Go ahead and, while they're browning, I'm going to add the jalapeno in there. And I got my scallions are ready to go. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of garlic and scallions. And then I'll start mixing that a little bit. And then we're going to add about 4 other things in there. And then we're going to add it to the pasta, and then we're going to be good to go. Oh my God. And then around 7:15, maybe a minute later than 7:15, our live taster is going to be so exciting. Oh my God. The lady, she's a mover and shaker. Oh! And you're asking, what is a mover and shaker? No, you're thinking it's a heavy person walking down the street. That's not the truth. It's somebody that makes things happen in the community. And we're blessed to have our taster here today. It's a big deal, big announcements, all kinds of big stuff. Oh my God. So excited, I can't stand myself. Can't stand myself anyway. But tonight, more so than ever, live taster, cannot go wrong. And this is a dish I think that she's going to like a lot. I mean, you cannot go wrong with mushrooms, pasta, and goat cheese. Oh my God, have you ever heard of such a thing? And how do you say it in Spanish? Pasta de champiñones con queso de cabra. Oh, I love it! Cannot go wrong with that. Oh my God, and our word for the day describes the person that we have as our taster today. And the word of the day is haz que se haga. Haz que se haga. What does that mean? Get it done! Oh, I love it! And that's what she's going to do today. She's getting it done. She's here on Chili con Chili, and she's got a big project she's working on here in South Texas. And we're going to talk about it. Oh my God, it's a big deal. That's all I can say. It's a big deal. Okay, so I'm moving my pasta around. Keep on moving it around. It's not going to take too long for that to go. This is browning up just beautifully, as you can see. It's a lot of mushrooms. I don't like, you know, when you have these dishes and it says mushrooms in this or this and that, put a lot of this and put a lot of that. You cannot go wrong. God bless you, Chili con Chili. Just a little little bit of chef advice. Oh my God, we got so much to talk about. I don't know where to start. Let me get these brown up just a little bit more. I'm going to drop my scallions and I'm going to drop my garlic in there. Good. Cannot wait. This is so exciting. Such a great dish. Oh my God, we got so much to talk about. So many things going on. Where do I start? Let's see. We had a big Thanksgiving. God bless you. We made some great dishes. My famous roast sweet potatoes with pears and red onions. God bless you, Chili con Chili. And what else did I make? I made cranberry fig and honey cranberry chutney sauce. Oh, I've never heard of such a thing. Never. So wonderful. Oh my God, it was wonderful. And then what else did we do? Oh, we went and saw that movie. If you get a chance, go see this movie. It's called She Said. Oh my God, it was so good. And then we topped off the week and we went to go see Intocable. Oh, I love Intocable. Oh my God, big concert. People jumping up and down, drinking beer, and oh my God, it was wonderful. Okay, enough of that. So let me go ahead and toss these mushrooms around a little bit and get them a little bit more brown. And then we're going to add our other ingredients to this. And move the pasta around just a little bit. Oh my God, this is going to be so good. Hope I have enough pasta. I think I do. I have more mushrooms than I have pasta, but that's the whole idea. So we're going to go ahead and get these browned up a little bit. Okay, now at this time, I'm going to go ahead and drop my scallions in. Scallions, scallions, scallions. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic. And you're asking, how much garlic? Not much. I would say it's supposed to be like 1/8 of a cup. Actually, that's quite a bit of garlic. So I'll go ahead and put the garlic in there. Bam. We'll put that in there. You know what? That might have been too much garlic. Let me take a little of that garlic out. Okay. Maybe add a little more. No, maybe. Okay, that's good. Okay, we'll go ahead and got the garlic. We got the scallions, so we're going to let that cook in. The garlic and scallions are in there. And we're going to let them get all tasty in there. Oh my God, it's so good. And it smells wonderful. I can't say that enough. So I'm going to go ahead and move my pasta around just a little bit. You don't want to overcook your pasta. You never want to overcook your pasta. So we're going to go ahead and get that in. Got our scallions and our garlic going. We're just going to let that warm up just a little bit. And then now what we're going to do we're going to add one more ingredient, and you're asking what ingredient is that? And that is going to be the chicken broth. And you're asking how much chicken broth? I thought you would never ask. We're going to just add just a little bit of chicken broth. Actually, we're going to add a half a cup. Okay, there's a half a cup. We're going to go ahead and move that around. We're going to let it boil a little bit, and then all of that will kind of work in together, kind of make a roux. As you know, I like using that word a lot. It's really not going to make a roux, but it's going to be really, really good. We got the chicken stock, we have the garlic, we have the scallions, and we have the mushrooms. So I'm going to let that warm up just a little bit. I'm going to let that cook down just a little bit. I'm going to stir our pasta just a little bit more. Check to see how these puppies are going. Let's try one right here. Oh yeah, they're hard and they're hot. Oh, who doesn't love that? Hard and hot. Oh my God, who could ask for more? Okay, so we got that. We're going to put the chicken broth, we're going to put the garlic, we're going to put all this stuff aside because we have a few other little things that we have to put in here. So we're going to go ahead and start doing it now. So let me see, I got the mushrooms cooking, I added the garlic, I added that, and then what we're going to do, we're going to add, okay, yes, we're going to do that, and then we're going to let that reduce down just a little bit right there. Let that loose, let that reduce. Okay, so while that's reducing, we have one more thing that we have to put in here. And I almost forgot it, thank God. I didn't set it out, I almost forgot it, but we're going to add heavy whipping cream. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Never. This is what we're going to do right now. So we got the heavy cream. We're going to actually let this cook down just a little bit more. Let those mushrooms brown up really good. Okay, and so now that that's done, actually I'll go a little warm up just a little bit more. We want those to be kind of loosey-goosey. There you go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add the heavy whipping cream. And you're asking how much heavy whipping cream? I'm going to put 1/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream in here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. There you go. There's 1/4 of a cup. And maybe a little bit more. Then I'm going to go ahead and move that around a little bit. The heavy whipping cream. Oh my God. Does this look good or what? Move that around in those mushrooms. Oh my God. Now what we got to do is we're going to add just a little bit of salt. And then we're going to add just a little bit of pepper. And then once again, we're going to let that cook down just a little bit more. While that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and move that around. Move that around. Move that around. We're going to let that cook just a little bit thicker. Let me check on this pasta. If the pasta is ready to go, which it should be, almost, let's let it go for just a little bit longer. And then I'm going to go ahead and drain my pasta while this is cooking. And then that's when all the magic happens, because that's when I mix everything together. We got that together. We got that like that. Oh my God, this looks good or what? I'm going to do that there. Just let that cook down a little bit. Heavy whipping cream. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check my pasta one more time, because it really should be about ready. Yeah, the pasta's ready. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab these two things right here. And I'm going to go ahead and drain my pasta right over here. I'm going to go ahead and drain it right over here. I'll be right back. I'm right here. I'm draining my pasta. Okay. Hold on one second. I got some pasta stuck in my pot, and then my glasses are so fogged up I can't see. Hold on one second. Okay, we're going pasta. Okay, we're set. Oh my God, and there's the doorbell. Our taster is here. Can you believe it? Cannot believe it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my pasta right here. I'm going to put it in this bowl. I'm going to drain the bowl. I'll let the pasta drain a little bit. I'm going to drop the pasta in there. And now I'm going to drop all of this over my pasta. And there you have it. Now what we're going to do, we're going to set this over here because it's flaming hot. I'm going to set this bowl right here. And this is where the magic happened. This is what it looks like right now. So what we got to do now is we're going to add all the fun stuff. And you're asking, what fun stuff do we add? Right now, while it's hot, I'm like, oh my God, another taster is here. Oh, I can't believe it. CHERYL VOTZMEYER-RIOS. Oh, I love it. Look, come over here. You look beautiful. Look at this. I am so excited. I've got to tell everybody about her. I'm going to go ahead and tell the story. I just met her the other day, but I've heard so much about her. And so I love the idea of having her on as taster, and she said she would do it, which I can't believe. But she is taken, in Corpus Christi, Texas, we have this incredible music theater that I used to go to as a child in high school. I used to go to concerts there. Anyway, she has just been elected or hired or both to head the committee that's going to rebuild this. And it's called the RITZ Music.
Well, it's called the RITZ Theater. So
RITZ Theater.
So
I used to call it the RITZ Music Theater when I was young.
It used to be called that.
But now it's the RITZ Theater.
The RITZ Theater.
And CHERYL has been around the world. And I'm not just saying that because she's here, but she's been everywhere. And that's the exciting part about her. And that's why we got so much to talk about. She used to live in New York. She's done it all. And overseas also.
Yeah.
Everything overseas. Well, what I'm making right here, CHERYL, is mushroom pasta with goat cheese.
Still my favorite.
Oh, yeah. I hope so. I hope you're just not saying that.
I'm not.
But what we're going to do right now is I'm almost finished with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some of this spinach right here. I'm going to tear it off right there. I know you're probably thinking that's not the way you do it, but I mean, everybody has their own way of doing things.
It's your way.
Yeah. And I think as long as it tastes good, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
You know, so let me go ahead and just chop more of this up. And then I'm going to add some other ingredients in here. And then it's all downhill from there. No, not really. It's all going to be good. Let me add that. Let me add that. And then what I'm going to do, hold on one second. I'm going to see, I got to find a, I know I have a, see, I got to, oh, yeah. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, oh, there it is, right here. I'm going to mix this, but before I mix it, I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese in here. Add a little Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to add is a little bit of goat cheese.
This really is my favorite.
Seriously?
Yes.
I hope it's good. You know,
my husband doesn't like mushrooms.
I know. Join the club. Brady, the producer, does not like mushrooms at all. I love them. I love it. And I only have 15 minutes to cook this. So I'm just hoping, you know, that's my biggest challenge, is that I'm hoping that when it's all said and done, that, you know, it'll be kind of tasty. And it looks good.
Oh, it smells great.
Yeah. Probably put a little more, you know what, I'm going to put just a little bit more spinach in there. And then I'm going to serve it up. And then we're going to go talk to CHERYL VOTZMEYER-RIOS. I love that name, by the way. I bet you get a lot of compliments on that. Right?
German and Latin.
No, I love that. I love it. It sounds like a law firm.
Yeah.
You know,
VOTZMEYER-RIOS.
Right? I love that.
You never know.
You never know. You never know. You never know. So basically, that's it. You know, that's the ingredient. What I'm going to do is when I serve your plate, I'm going to add a little bit more goat cheese to it. Probably if I had more time, I would have put more spinach. Let me keep on putting more spinach in there. Cannot have enough spinach. Let me go ahead and put that in there. Okay, now we're done. Now we're going to talk to CHERYL. Let's talk. Let's start talking even before you go over there, CHERYL. Now you're not from Corpus Christi. Or
no,
you are.
I'm not from Corpus.
Okay, but you've lived here a long, long time.
26 years.
Oh well.
Yeah, I am. I'm from Corpus Christi.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
But I am born in Texas, so.
Right.
Texas
Okay,
girl.
where in Texas?
I was born in San Antonio and raised outside of Houston and Katy.
Doesn't get any better than that. Yeah. God bless you. We have a lot of people that watch Chili con Chili from all over Texas. And we do have a lot from Houston and the Rio Grande Valley and from San Antonio.
You have new fans now.
Huh?
You have new fans now. It's got family in San Antonio and family in Katy.
Oh, good.
And people out in New York are watching.
Oh, beautiful. I love that New York. I'm bilingual also. For all the Puerto Ricans out there, buenos dias. God bless you. Chili con Chili. Okay, so I'm mixing this. And so what I'm going to do, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and seat you over here.
Okay.
I'm going to get your plate. Come over here. Sit right over here. And what do you want to drink? I'll tell you what I have. I have a Topo Chico, a Diet Coke, a regular Coke, tea, or water.
Topo Chico.
Okay, perfect. I knew you were going to say that. And normally what I do is I put the bottle opener in the refrigerator. Forgot to do that. Okay, hold on one second. Now if I can find the bottle opener. Okay, here we go. Okay, you know what? Sometimes I know. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay, found it. Hold on. I'm back. God bless you. Chili con chili. Here we go. I'm going to pour it in the glass for you.
Awesome.
There you go.
I'm really excited about being here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. Okay, right there. And let me get your plate.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and serve it up.
Okay.
And then, God, does this look good or what? I'm telling you, I make stuff all the time. But does it get any better than that? Look at that. God bless you. Pasta de champignons con queso de cabra. What does that mean? Mushrooms pasta with goat cheese. And just to let you know, I understand that she likes things a little spicy, so I added just a little bit of jalapeno in here to give it a little bit of a, a little bit of something. I had to get that approved ahead of time. I'll go ahead and put that in here. Let me put some of that in there. God, it looks so good. Let me put some of this in here. Okay, maybe just put a little bit of that in there. Okay, now we're good. And now what I'm gonna do is just add a little bit more goat cheese on the top. And there you have it. God bless you, chili con chili. I'm gonna take it to her, I'm gonna come back, get the camera phone, and we're gonna go talk everything CHERYL VOTZMEYER-RIOS from now on. This is gonna be great. Do not hang up. You wanna hear every word she has to say. This is too cool. Here we go.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
And go ahead and dig in while
Okay.
I get the...
I love to eat. I
Go.
love to eat.
All right, she loves to eat. You're in the right place. Here we go.
There you
Okay, here we go.
are. There you are.
We're back on.
That's good. This is really good.
Seriously.
I'm serious.
You like it?
It's all my favorite. Shiitake mushrooms, cream. It's all
Absolutely.
about me.
Absolutely. Okay, we're back. I don't know if we left or we went off the screen or what, but it doesn't matter. So if we have a producer, every once in a while yell at me from the back room and say everything's good. So at least I'll know everything's good. So with that said, let's talk about CHERYL. Keep eating.
Okay.
Okay, let's start over. You came here in what year?
1996.
Okay.
At the very end.
And your background is in marketing.
Kind of.
Kind of, okay.
I have a Master of Public Affairs.
Okay.
I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts,
Right.
studio painting with a minor in art history. When I moved here, I came from the fashion industry in New York. So I used to model in New York.
Awesome.
And that's where I learned to be an artist. So
wow.
I didn't know I really could be an artist until
Right.
one day one of my temporary roommates said, hey, let's sit down and let's paint. And so I did, and then all of a sudden I had this love for painting.
Oh, right.
In New York, of course, like, galleries and
Yeah.
museums and
Right,
people
right.
from all over the world. And
Right.
so it was really
And you
great
love New
experience.
York?
Love New York. I love going there to visit. I loved
Right.
living there.
Absolutely.
But I missed home, so I came home.
Sure. I
Yeah,
get
Texas is Texas,
it. Right.
right?
No,
so
I get it.
yeah, people are different here, but
So-
I do love the people in New York.
So you moved to Corpus Christi. Obviously, you met a young man. Y'all got married, and you were here in Corpus, and that's what brought you here. And you fell in love with Corpus Christi.
I love Corpus Christi. I love the coastal feel. I like the laid back. The thing I like about Corpus is I can get on a plane and I can just travel wherever.
Right.
And then I come home and I relax. And
Absolutely.
so that's what I love about it. And you can't beat 15 minutes from the beach.
Right.
I love
Absolutely.
that. Our bayfront's amazing.
Right.
We have a beautiful city. We're one of only a handful of cities on all of the United States coastline that you can get out of a marina and walk into a downtown area. And that's
true.
what we're working on right now.
That's right.
So the downtown area, has gone through its heyday,
Right.
kind of died.
Right.
And it's coming back.
Right.
I'm on the board of directors for the Downtown Management District. So
Awesome.
I've been a part of the revitalization of downtown.
Awesome.
And
so the marina is considered part of downtown.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Oh, yes,
That's
definitely,
cool.
for sure.
Awesome.
All the way over to, so you have the downtown with the high rises, but then you have, all the way from like Cole Park, all the way to the museum
Okay.
and the port. Of course, you
Okay.
have North Beach, but anything on this side is
Right.
considered downtown.
What we're going to get back to what you're doing now, but what would you have some type of marketing background, you obviously have an art background. What would it, if you tell somebody, let's say you had some friends in New York that have never been here, or friends in Mexico that have never been to Corpus Christi, how would you sum it up to get them here?
It's a beautiful, laid-back community with
Okay.
everything to offer. It's not metropolitan,
Right.
but it's not small town.
Correct.
So it's a little bit of everything.
Right.
We got a little bit of every cuisine here, which
Absolutely.
I really, really like. And we
Yes,
have
yes.
lots of great shopping.
Yes.
We've got a little bit of the desert.
Right.
This used to be the Wild Horse Desert. Did you know that?
That's true.
A lot of people don't know about that.
No.
So the Wild Horse Desert, you go out towards Freer and out to Laredo, and everything south is the Wild Horse Desert. And that's when all the cowboys were coming up in from Mexico, and the horses were getting loose, and they became wild, and started pooping, and then we have our desert retreats.
I love that. I never looked at it that way, but I will from now on.
Well, that's what it is. Because
I don't think I'll get that out of my mind. No, I think it's wonderful, and keep eating, keep eating. And I'm all over the map with you because there's so much I want to cover with. But what I think is really cool is that you live, not a lot of people do, but you live in downtown Corpus Christi, in the downtown.
I live in downtown, and I've been there for 6 years.
Wow.
So there's been even a lot of transformation in just that 6-year period.
Oh, yeah.
And then I've worked in the downtown area since 2014.
Okay.
So I used to work for Case-Based Contemporary, which is an art gallery, nonprofit art organization
here in
downtown.
Corpus. Okay.
On Star Street. And they are an art gallery, and they are representing emerging and mid-career contemporary artists.
Oh, cool.
And that's how I got involved. I was the education director.
Oh,
so
wow.
I created education programming for underserved areas of Corpus Christi, working with the shelter, working with Laura Thomas Central Library, working with the senior centers,
how cool.
the school. Love it.
What a cool job.
Love it. And I think that is what has prepared me for what I'm experiencing and about to head into now with the RITZ Theater.
Right.
Love that too, because this is an absolutely historic project that has been needing to happen.
Right.
And it's primed.
Right.
We're ready.
No, I understand.
So the group that's there now, this is, things have been the way they are for a reason.
Right.
And now we're ready to head the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. Continue to eat. I love that idea, but I love, I think, first off, I'm just crazy about you.
Thank you.
I've never met you, but I've read about you over the years. I'm not as outgoing as you are, but I always thought, well, one of these days I'll meet her, and then one of these days, hopefully I can get her to come on Chili con Chili. So I feel like I've...
And here I am.
Yeah, no, I know.
So
what a major
excited.
success for me. But with that said, I just love the fact that you live downtown, because I think you have to live, and if you're promoting something, you almost have to live it. And I mean, you being right there, you can really talk the talk and walk the walk, or walk the walk and talk the talk, whatever it is.
Yeah, and there's been a great transformation down there. The community down there, the merchants, the owners, the residents, really are striving to make it the best downtown that our community can have.
Correct.
This downtown is not just for the downtown people. This is for all of Corpus Christi. There's so much to do.
Absolutely.
The park is beautiful down there at the Deep Beach.
Absolutely.
Water's Edge Park. You have the museums. You have that whole boardwalk going across the seawall. It's beautiful. And downtown, it's got boutiques and places and things to do. There's more family-friendly things coming.
Right.
It's exciting. There's a new place called Retro that's going to happen. It's family-friendly, like retro arcade with pinball machines, arcade
that's
restaurant.
Right. How cool is that?
Rooftop bar. Yeah, it's going to be really pretty
phenomenal.
phenomenal.
I like that. I like, and I like, keep eating. Okay. I like the idea of having place, you know what I like? I like the place that sells the vintage clothing.
Oh, 2020 Vintage. That's one of my favorite shops downtown.
I know, I love that.
And I think
so needs to be downtown. I mean, I told her once, I said, no matter what, you cannot leave downtown.
No,
because you've got to be part of that. There's just so much. Okay, with that said, let's talk about the RITZ Theater. Because at one time, let's say when I went to it in the 70s and 80s, I saw singers such as Willie Nelson, Jerry Jeff Walker, David Allen Coe. I mean, I could go on and on and on. But Chris Christopherson. But also, what is the seating capacity of it? Let's say if you were
1,600 seats.
Okay, so that's a good size.
It's a good size.
Yeah,
I've been doing some research and development here, so I was just in Conroe, and my husband talked me into walking into the theater. We thought it was closed, so I'm calling, leaving a message. He's like, let me go check the door. It was unlocked.
Oh, wow.
So he's like, come in. So me and my mama got out of the car. We went inside and they gave us a tour.
Awesome.
500 seats, that's all they have.
Sure.
Small theater, historic. They're restoring it. A little bit different situation. The city owns the building. We own our building. So it's an exciting thing about that. But I want to go back, and I want to take it back to the look of 1929.
Okay.
I want to restore it like that, but state of the art with sound, and then have all these other programming. Besides music, I want theater.
Right.
We're going to partner probably with the symphony as a second venue.
Beautiful.
That's in talks. I want to create an educational program.
And I'm guessing the acoustics are probably wonderful in that building.
Very good.
Okay.
And if there's an issue, that's always able to be fixed.
Right. Right. No, that is so awesome. That's awesome. So you hit the ball running.
Yes.
So
literally.
Yeah. No. I understand. So what is it? Let's say I'm Joe Public. Let's say, and I'm reading about you doing all this stuff. What can I do to help you?
Right
this
now,
is like, you don't know me from Adam. I'm just this guy that thinks, you know what, I'd love to see them help. Is there anything that you can put somebody, like a volunteer or somebody at work, or can you just take their name down and hold them? Or
I like hands-on, so I'm all about, like, if you want to help, I'm going to put you to work doing something.
Good.
Because eventually we'll be open for Art Walk again.
Okay.
We'll have music inside. I want people to promote.
And what is Art Walk for people not from Corpus Christi?
First Friday of every month. The downtown is buzzing with vendors and music, and there's little block parties. And so at one point they were open on Art Walk night and had music up on the stage where people could go in and listen.
Okay.
They just hosted for the Dia de los Muertos Festival the Community Ofrenda display. So there are 27 altars that were created, dedicated to specific people. And then they have the big community altar that Access Tattoo put together. Belinda Edwards and her crew put together the big ofrenda at the very head of the stage. Beautiful. It was gorgeous.
Beautiful.
And so that's one of the things is we're going to partner with other merchants and other nonprofits.
Beautiful.
This is a team effort, you know, and I think that the RITZ will be a shining light at the end. It's going to activate a lot of development going over towards 37 and Heritage Park.
Absolutely.
And so once this happens, I think there's going to be another surge of energy coming because of this.
Good.
And I think the community's going to love it. It's not
Yes.
about just downtown. It's about the community here, Portland,
Right.
Sinton, Odom,
Absolutely.
Kingsville, everybody that can get here because we're going to have programming that offers that for people to come and see.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Keep eating.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go back to your personal life.
Okay.
And you recently got married.
Yes.
I understand. Probably not supposed to be talking about this, but I guess it's okay. So
I'm going to talk about him.
Yeah.
He's all about it.
Good. And now he moved down here with you, or he moved down here.
Okay, so I was married before.
Yes.
My husband died 3 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And then a year ago, a little over a year ago, I ran into this fabulous man.
Okay.
I was introduced by a close friend of mine that had known him for 30 years. His name is Adam.
Perfect.
And he's amazing. And so we just kicked it off. We have a lot of things in common.
Awesome.
At one point, about the same time I left for New York, 19, he moved to Hawaii.
Oh,
so
wow.
he's about traveling. He's
good.
a former executive chef, so he likes to cook.
Oh, good. Awesome. How cool is that? Yeah. What a match made in heaven.
I know.
And does he like Corpus? I mean, is he
He's
new to
from
Corpus?
Corpus.
Oh, he's from
He
Corpus.
was born and raised here.
Okay.
He's a surfer, BMXer, alternative sports, skateboarder.
Okay.
He just helped with pushing the revitalization of the Cole Park skate park.
Oh, cool.
And they're working on a couple other projects with Parks and Recs. And he's like
cool.
a mover and a shaker also.
Yeah.
We are
A lot of energy.
doing a lot.
Oh my God, I'm exhausted just talking to you. That's a lot of energy. That is awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, you know, there's so many things that I've been thinking about that I wanted to talk to you about. But you've been active ever since you've been here. So it sounds to me like you've always been involved with the city.
Yes. I wouldn't say with the city necessarily.
Not city, but you know what
I was raising kids at one time, so I did a lot of things with art world. I started a business. It was decorative painting and murals, and I did that for about 11 years. I was able to create that around my family life. So I had 2 boys, Sean and Matthew, and they're 28 and 31.
Oh, right.
And now I have another stepson, Atticus. He's 11.
How
He's a little fireball. Love him to death. So it's just, at the time, I couldn't really do a lot of stuff with the city, but I did a lot of things with the church. And so I was doing a lot of things with ministry and community like that.
Beautiful.
And then they grew up, and of course then you have all the like empty nester free time, and then I started really getting involved with the city. I really like it. So I've been involved with the DMD for 3 years.
And that's a downtown
management district.
Okay,
and which board of directors.
And that's like an organization that kind of oversees keeping everything on the up and up and
they're
clean
like
and
small,
pretty.
Yes, they're their own municipality underneath the Corpus Christi, City of Corpus Christi. So it's, you know, we have to go by guidelines that the City of Corpus Christi says, but the DMD pretty much is like putting on the forefront and the surge and like moving forward with revitalization of downtown. It's awesome.
Yeah, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
And I love it. I'll go back to this one more time. I've already brought this up 12 times. And the fact that you live there is a big difference. I think that is, and you know, it's kind of cool because I've looked at places, different places, whether it be condos, apartments, or whatever, and there's some really, really cool places. Of course, it's what you make out of them when you move in there.
That's true.
But I mean, there's like, I like that. What's that look? Not retro, but that real where the pipes are hanging out of there.
Oh, like urban kind of.
Yeah, that whole urban look. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's cool. There's a lot of that down there.
Yeah.
Now, somebody told me that you're also a photographer.
I work with photography as part of my artwork.
Right. Okay.
So
That's
I take pictures of women, like portraits, and then I incorporate them with mixed media. And
oh, I like that.
I always feel like a woman should have a portrait of herself.
Absolutely.
I think women get very intimidated and kind of down on themselves as women. I mean, I'm critical of myself, especially from the fashion industry.
Right.
Either your ears are too big, they sit too high, boobs are too big, too small, you're too short, you're too tall.
I get that all the time.
It's, you know? And so I think that we as women, as creatures and human beings, we're, you know, even men, we're beautiful human beings. We're amazing machines.
Well, it sounds so cool. I'd like to see. Now, do you have a website or something where somebody could see some of your work?
My artistic website is CHERYLVOTZMEYER.com.
Oh, really? Okay,
So
good. I'm going to go look at it. And now, are some of those
it's in process right now,
photographs that you add, the mixed media and all that stuff, are in the? Okay, I love that.
And I'm working on 3 of them right now. So those are in process and should be done. I don't know. They take time sometimes. I'll be like, I'll work on them and then I got to put them aside.
Cool.
But I was talking to a friend of mine. I said, I don't know if I have time for painting. And he's like, yes, you are. Because it's going to help you with your mental health.
No, that's
because you're going to be so busy.
Yeah.
And he says, you're going to need that break from thinking about the RITZ to having like your care, your self-care.
Yeah. I have a friend that's an artist. That's the only thing that keeps her mental health going.
Yeah. I love being creative.
Yeah,
and
without painting, she'd be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Right,
but she paints up a storm. So she's perfectly normal.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, good for you. Yeah. Good for you. Okay, so now, let's fast forward a little bit. So we're going to get this whole RITZ Theater going on. And so while that is going on, will you still be participating in all these other activities that you've been involved in the past? Okay.
Everybody's like, how do you do what you do? Like, get all these things done. And I'm like, you only sleep 7 or 8 hours a day.
Right.
I wake up and I'm on.
Right.
And it's energizing to me to work and participate. I love making a positive impact in our community. I love hanging out with my girlfriends.
Good.
I hang around with same kinds of people as me.
Right.
And so we're always just like, what can we do? Let's go do something. And super active. So we want to see progress. We want to make our community better.
Good.
You know?
Good.
And if anybody wants to fight me on that, I'll fight them.
Good. So. Good. I like that. That's what it takes, you know. Well, I think that, you know, it's a blessing that the city has you. You know, I'm not just saying that because you're here, but everything happens for a reason. And you sound like you're a spiritual person, so you know that somebody put you here for a reason.
I think so.
Regardless of any ups and downs you've been through life, you know, it seems like you're just going full blast.
And I think that one of the things I've learned from just everything, from a young girl to the experience I had losing Chuck until now finding Adam, I think that there's all this plan, there's like destiny, right? Yeah. And you learn from your experiences. Sure. You pick up yourself and you move forward.
Yes.
I'm glad that I knew how to do that.
Yes, absolutely.
And always looking for the good, even amongst the things that are kind of, you know, sad and traumatic, right?
Oh, yeah.
But that's part of life, right?
That's true.
It's part of life.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
So you're blessed.
I am blessed.
You know,
I love that.
That's great. And so glad that you joined me today on Chili con Chili.
Thanks for having me. This is good.
No, I can't say that enough. I admire you.
Thank
and
you.
it just, I try to get some really, people like you on Chili con Chili. I like real creative people. Artsy fartsy people. I like art. We collect, Freddie, producer, and I. We collect, our house is a mess right now because we're getting ready to have the floors redone tomorrow. So we have to move all the furniture out tonight. So yeah, it's a mess. But anyway, but I love art. And I love local artists here in Corpus. We have some genius artists here in Corpus Christi. And I support everything. You know, I'm not a major supporter, but I love the Art Museum of South Texas. I love the K-Space. I love every place that features art, you know. It's just, it's a shame all the restaurants don't. You know, I know in other cities, most restaurants feature great local artists. You don't see that a lot here.
Well, maybe that's what we need to focus on.
Yeah.
Help, educate people on, let's support our local artists.
No,
I don't think a lot of people know how big our art community is here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm involved with K-Space Studios, which is at the top of the Crest building downtown.
Okay.
And there's 15 of us up there in a co-op. And so It's a beautiful place to go and create work. There's a common area, and then everybody's got their own separate studio.
Oh, how nice!
And it's a cool place to be. So right now they opened up for the season because it used to be called a hot spot, and so no air conditioner or heater.
I remember that.
Right,
correct.
So they opened up the front windows and the back windows to get the air circulation
Oh,
going
wow.
through there.
Okay.
But that on Art Walk is open, so that's a great time to go up and see like
Oh, I
the
didn't know
historic
that.
part of Corpus Christi.
Okay.
It is the part of Corpus Christi you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Like you walk in there and
People just don't know it's there.
they don't know, and it's a cool experience.
Absolutely.
It takes you back in history.
So how many artists? There's 12 artists up there?
There's 15.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a gallery up there now.
And
too.
how do you, like, let's say I'm an artist, I want to get one of those spaces, but they're always full. Like,
They're looking for contemporary artists, and they are always full. It's hard to find a space
Right.
there unless someone's moving out of town,
Right.
or maybe they've found like have a studio at their place now
Okay.
or something. But it's
you can put your name on the waiting list.
yeah.
Okay, well that's cool. That's good to know. One other thing we learned today about Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
Well, once again, thank you, Cheryl. You're a doll. I appreciate everybody watching Chili con Chili. We have a lot of viewers in Mexico. Do you speak Spanish, by any chance?
No, not enough.
Not really. Okay. Well, I'm bilingual, so I'll carry you through. Well, anyway, in Spanish, she was going to say, come to Corpus Christi. We are the Homa Salina, and we have wonderful art, and there's a lot to do here in Corpus Christi. And I have to thank everybody for watching Chili con Chili tonight. It has been so special to us to have CHERYL VOTZMEYER-RIOS. How exciting is that? Oh my God, I can't stand myself. Well, I just want to, and also I want to give a shout out. Every Sunday when we do the show, I give a big shout out to my friend Sam, who helped me start this program 4 years ago, and he left us, he passed us, he watches us from heaven every Sunday night. Sam, we miss you, we love you, and a big shout out to Freddie, the producer, with Domingo Peña Productions. Without Freddie, there would be no Chili con Chili, and once a week he picks out my bandana, and I call him the producer. God bless you, Chili con Chili. And so that's it. Once again, thanks again, Cheryl. I'm touched that you're here, and we will be back next Sunday. Be sure to like me on Facebook and push the follow button. You can follow me on Facebook, and also share the show, and then more people will see it. We got some people from New York. Once again, hello from everybody in New York. God bless you, Chili con Chili. San Antonio and Houston, and of course we have a bunch of people in the Rio Grande Valley. We got a bunch of viewers in Chicago, a bunch of viewers in LA. I have a friend of mine that lives in Dallas, and she lives in a $4 million house. Is that ridiculous?
That's ridiculous.
It is absolutely ridiculous. Just shout out to the friend of mine in Dallas with a $4 million house. I just can't get over her. One day she lived in Corpus, next day she moved to Dallas, and she's in a $4 million house. God bless you, Chili con Chili. Well, that's all happening to my friend Morelia in Nashville. Big shout out to Morelia. God bless you, Chili con Chili. And everybody in Mexico, especially Puerto Vallarta and the whole state of Jalisco, and in Guadalajara also. We have a lot of viewers in Guadalajara and Puerto Vallarta. God bless you, Chili con Chili. I gotta go. This is the end of our show. We'll see you next Sunday at 7 p.m. Don't forget, like me, share me, and follow me. And I'm bilingual, and so the way we say goodbye when we leave is we say adios. So until next time, adios. Okay. Thank you. I wonder if that show...
It's still live.
Huh?
It's still live.